Alright guys, so got something a little bit different here. This is a pretty budget watch from AliExpress. So when I picked this up, I think it was about $25–30. I actually bought this one, not been sent into the channel, so no disclaimer needed there. But I thought I'd try it out, see what you can get for this kind of money. And this is what I picked up. So I'm probably going to butcher saying this name, but I'm going to call this Ochstin. If that's wrong, and you do know how to say it properly, let us know down in the comments, because as I say, I probably got it wrong. But you got pretty basic packaging with the branding on there. Just a cardboard one. Open it up. There's not a lot in here. Just the watch. No instructions or anything. No warranty card. So that's all you're getting. So here's the watch itself. And as you can see, this is a dress piece. So the model number for this one is GA6020A. And right off the bat, when I first opened it, I was pleasantly surprised for the price. It looks pretty good. Nothing spectacular, but I think overall it's a pretty good looking piece. I'm not really a fan of this faux croc style leather, but you get that on a lot of watches from AliExpress, even if you're paying a bit more than this one. But overall, as I say, for the price, you can't complain too much. And you can always swap it out as well. We'll get onto the measurements in a minute. Before we do though, first thing I noticed when I opened it up is the hands. They're a little on the short side, especially that hour hand. Would have liked it if they were all a touch longer. But we've got applied indices, which are pretty nicely done. Going to zoom in and show you in a bit more detail. So applied indices with the ones at the 3, 6, 9 and 12 being slightly larger and being double. Again, nicely done. No obvious issues with them. They do catch the light quite nicely. And then the rest of it is just fully printed. We've got a nice frame around that date window, which again catches the light quite nicely. And when it comes to those hands, although they are shorter, they are quite nicely finished. No obvious issues or anything. So, pretty impressed with that so far. Just zoom back out, and then we'll talk about the rest of the case. So it's a fully brushed case, fully polished, sorry. So it can be a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. Yeah, I've got a few little marks on there. Just give it a quick wipe. There we go. So pretty nicely finished. No imperfections or anything. And then flick it over to the back. So the movement in this is a DG2813, so it's a pretty basic entry level movement, but you kind of expect that at this price. We'll talk about that in a bit more detail in a minute. So we go around with the spec sheet around the outside. You've got 3 ATM, all stainless steel, which is good, no alloy case, the brand name, and then sapphire crystal. So seeing as it said that, let's check that out. Using the trusty diamond slots too. And yep, we have actually got sapphire crystal. Let's quickly test out the back. Oops. And no, that's just a mineral, but you expect that at this price. I'm actually surprised it's got sapphire on the front, even though it said it. Given the price, you could forgive it if it didn't. So I said I'd quickly talk about this movement again, see if I can get this to come up on camera. It is a rather loud movement on this, not dissimilar to the Miyota 8215. So I don't know if you could hear that. Pretty loud. And it does have a tiny bit of wobble as well. So if you are going to pick one of these up, something to bear in mind. When you're wearing it, you don't really notice, unless you're in like a really quiet room and you're waving your arm around, but you're not really going to be doing that. So let's quickly show you this movement in action. So it's just a push pull crown. It's not screw down or anything, so pop it out. Oh, actually, got hand winding. Then pop it out to the first position. You can change the date. Pop it out again. You can see we've got hacking because the second hand stopped. And then obviously change the time. pop it back in, second hand re-engages. So although it is a basic movement, it does work pretty well, no issues. So now let's get on to the dimensions on this. We'll start with the thickness. So we've got 11.9mm thick, got a diameter of 41mm, lug width of 20mm. Now the all important lug to lug is coming in at just under 50, 49.8. So not the smallest of dimensions for a dress watch, it's a bit on the larger side. So that might put some people off straight away, but if you've got a larger wrist, it's probably not going to be an issue. But I'll show you what it's like on my 7-inch wrist in a bit. Before we do, quickly talk about the loom. There isn't any, so not going to do a test on that or anything. Again, dress watch, you don't really expect loom. All that's left to do now is show you what it's like on wrist, and then we'll wrap this up. So this is what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. And I think it does actually look pretty decent. It definitely looks like it's worth more than 25 to 30 pounds, I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments then. Obviously, if you change out the strap, I think it'd look even better. But I haven't actually tried it so far. But with it being 20mm, that'll be easy enough to do. You should have plenty of straps that'll fit. But as far as basic watches go, I think it's not bad. Nice bit of curvature to those lugs, although they are slightly larger than I'd like. But it does wear nice on my 7-inch wrist. If you've got smaller than 7-inch wrist, it's probably going to be a bit too big. If you've got a larger than 7-inch wrist, I think you're going to be perfectly fine. If you're after a nice cheap dress piece, it's not a bad option. But let me know what you think, as I say, down in the comments. I thought I'd try something a little bit different with this one. Go the more budget route. If you want to see more videos like this, also let me know down in the comments as well. I'll see if I can find out any others. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.